Power to the people, that's next on WTF. Hello, I'm Mark Harrison. Americans, we're not happy. We work too hard. We get too little vacation. We find the cost of higher education to be debilitating and the idea of the American dream to be dead on arrival. All while being told by the haves to just shut up and work harder, get an education, get a second job, skip vacation. Americans who say the system is rigged against them find themselves shouted down by right-wing media talking heads making 6- and 7-figure salaries. Meanwhile, Americans haven't had a meaningful pay raise in almost 2 generations. But something is in the air. Congratulations to GM workers who held the line solid during a 40-day strike that saw them get a nice pay raise, no upcharge in health insurance contributions, a signing bonus that covered wages lost during the strike, and a whole lot more. But here's the huge takeaway that I don't want any of you watching this right now to miss. In the pattern bargaining process that occurs in the auto industry, Ford Motors was up immediately afterward. And after the estimated $3 billion cost to GM from the strike, Ford settled with UAW Ford workers in 3 days. 3 days. Now, I know what some of you are saying out there. $3 billion, those workers are trying to bankrupt the company. No, not really. In fact, Wall Street analysts have said the impact will be minimal and of no consequence to the corporation. Remember something, these are the very folks who gave up so much when the company needed it. They aren't greedy, but they're not stupid either. It was high time for General Motors to pay back that workers' goodwill. In Chicago, members of the teachers union walked off the job after saying to the city's mayor, a 16% pay raise? Nope, not enough. And oh, by the way, we want you to also help our students by hiring full-time nurses, social workers, and limiting class size. And they got all of that. And for those of you saying they hurt the students, no, they actually insisted that the 5 days of school that was lost be made up at the end of the year. They had the students' interest at heart. Teachers have scored big contracts in right-leaning states like Virginia and Oklahoma, and in left-leaning cities like Los Angeles and Chicago. And they did it by sticking together and with the bold leadership of the American Federation of Teachers Union President Randy Weingarten. Indeed, Americans who are members of the United Auto Workers and Teachers Unions, they're happy. They are answering back to those talking heads by speaking with one unified voice and by bold, solid strike efforts. These teams of people, led by bold leaders in the labor movement, are saying maybe the American dream isn't dead after all. Maybe it just needs to unionize. I'm Mark Harrison. Have a great weekend, everyone.